I'm here with Naomi Keeter. She's the innkeeper here at Mont Bed and Breakfast here in Bellevue, Iowa. And we struggled our way all the way up to get onto this roof area here because the view is just absolutely incredible. Yeah, this is lovely. I love being along the Mississippi and a wonderful place to visit. And you got to have a place to stay when you're here. So that's where we look up you, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have 13 guest rooms at the bed and breakfast, and we have 6 cabins at the south end of Bellevue as well.
13 right here on this property, and then 6 cabins right along the river as well. Yep. And tell me a little bit about the history of this building. It feels like it has a lot of history to it just walking through it.
Absolutely. So the house was built in 1893. It was built for $6,000, and it was lost in a poker room in the very tower room that we stand next to.
Really?
2 years after it was built.
2 years after somebody gambled it away.
Yep, the bet was called, the deed was laid, and that was it. They were homeless.
Okay, I'm sorry, honey. We gotta
honey,
move.
We have 2 weeks to leave.
Those pocket aces, I thought
Right.
they'd clear. But no, yeah, that's great. So tell me a little bit about the kind of experience that people will have when they stay here.
So the bed and breakfast, we have most all of the rooms have jacuzzis, fireplaces. You get a full breakfast included with the stay, and we are completely decorated in all of the antiques. So
yeah, it is full of antiques.
Yes.
Just everywhere I look, there's all kinds of interesting little fascinating objects that just really kind of steal your attention away. And I'm sure it's just a wonderful place to just explore a little bit and wander around the house.
Yeah, absolutely. We offer a lot of common areas for our guests to relax and enjoy in, which is fantastic. We have a full guest kitchen, library, and the parlor and conservatory. Almost all of the rooms for Clue.
Yeah, and speaking of Clue, I mean, you do some murder mystery stuff here?
We do. We've been doing them since 1986 at Mount Rest and a few years prior to that as well.
Oh, wow. So tell me about that experience.
The murder mysteries, we start you off with costumes head to toe, as much or as little as you're comfortable with.
Wow.
So I tell people to go big or go home. And you get a part, and it tells you who you are, who you know, where you were, and you get dressed up and solve the whodunit over dinner.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So any other kind of special events like that you're doing here?
We do a themed dinner. We do the Titanic, the Midnight in Paris, and the Great Gatsby as well. So we do the period costumes with the menus all on the period. So the Titanic is based off of the last first class Titanic meal, and you are costumed head to toe, and you wine and dine like they used to, where dinner was the big event. So, yeah.
Yeah, so tell me, I mean, what's drawing people here to Bellevue? I mean, the river, of course.
I was like the beautiful river.
Yeah.
Bellevue is a beautiful town. Lots of things to do in the area, the state parks, the breweries, everything. So it's really a sweet, sweet little town.
I'm really looking forward to the leaves changing. I'm sure from this vantage point, and you know, your wraparound porch, I'm sure it's gorgeous there as well.
Yes, yep. The leafers are coming very soon. Fall is approaching very quickly. The views are incredible. So.
Yeah. So full breakfast. What kind of items are you serving with that?
This morning I did a beautiful strata, breakfast potatoes, homemade monkey bread, cinnamon rolls, you name it. Fresh fruits, coffee, juice, pastries.
Oh, wow.
So the whole 9.
That sounds lovely. And just, you know, coming in, having a wonderful breakfast, exploring town, and then coming back and then maybe having a glass of wine and enjoying the view from either up here or on the wraparound porch.
Yeah,
huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful historic house. I mean, how much has it changed over the years, I guess, since 1893?
1893. So the section that we're standing on now was added on in 1902, and they changed the large staircase up the front of the hill that actually went down the south side of the property.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then we had the fire in 96.
Oh, fire.
And the exterior changes, on the tower, just the little 2 additions on the side, and then 1 little window has changed, but the exterior has remained the same since then.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, the fire in 1996, how extensive was that? Was that pretty rough?
It was very devastating. It was considered a total loss. I was actually one of the first people here at the time of the fire. We came in the house. It had already started to fill with smoke. Turned around, waited for everyone else to arrive. There were 5 volunteer fire departments. God bless them, they did a wonderful job. I always ask, a house of this size, where do you start? What do you grab first?
Right.
And they quickly found that they weren't able to put it out, and the tower actually collapsed into the second level of the inn.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was very devastating.
Yeah, and yet it's been rebuilt, and we're standing here today.
Yeah, Chris, the owner, truly amazing at putting things together, and doesn't take no for an answer. So she does a wonderful job.
Oh, that's great. Well, this is a lovely, fascinating place to stay, and I'm looking forward to exploring a little bit and taking some more of the view.
Yeah, thanks again.